Hey everybody, welcome to GTM On The Go. Today we've got Rory Sadler.
So buyers are overwhelmed when making decisions these days. And what Sensemaking does is it helps buyers make sense of that complex journey. It really is as simple as that. So it's all about giving them the right information at the right time, in the right format, to the right people, and helping them understand every step in that journey. What you're doing with Sensemaking sales is you're increasing buyer confidence. They've got much more clarity in terms of the journey ahead and why they're evaluating your solution and why it's the right solution. Because you have a more confident buyer, you're going to have less churn, you're going to have better adoption, but before that, for any salesperson or leader listening, you're going to improve your sales velocity. So that means closing more deals, closing them quicker, at a higher ACV too, and all of these are just what every leader wants to hear. We were given an introduction to a large enterprise and they were exploring content management, but they were very new to the concept generally of content management. So we recorded like 8 different micro videos to support that, very granular, 1 to 2 minutes each. And outside of that, we also proactively provided a competitor evaluation. And we're very honest with that. We say, this is where these guys excel, and this is probably who you're going to be asked. So it's that proactive approach, being super transparent and saying, basically doing the hard work for them. Because if you think of buying software, your boss is saying, that's great, solution looks good, price looks good. Have you looked at 2 or 3 other providers? Most buyers, I think it's about 70%-ish, will go with the first person they spoke to. So if you're first in, you can start to guide and control that journey for them. You've then got the upper hand because you can set the scene of how you differ rather than your competitors doing it for you. So for us, it meant that we did the research, we navigated their journey, got them to yes quicker at the same time. Combine the approach. I think you can be very factual in terms of feature set, integrations, capabilities. And again, that goes back to where they excel, so what they do brilliantly, where you overlap, and then where you differ to them. That's the best way to present it. It's not like they're rubbish, we do 100 things, they do none. It just doesn't come across well. And like competitor bashing doesn't look good either. And I think that before you get onto that, you need to kind of preface it with why you're at this point in the journey, based on the conversation you've had already, like why you're the right solution for them. And whilst there are other tools out there, they're taking a slightly different approach, and it all comes down to good discovery. If you qualify properly and you've done good discovery, then you can really align the value of your product to their business needs, which paints the narrative for why it's almost a no-brainer within that competitive comparison. I always recommend people to go and buy software elsewhere, like go through that process and like on a completely different industry, different tool set, and just see how complex it is, and then put yourself in your buyer's shoes and think, have we actually made it easy for them? We need to respect that people just do not have time anymore. So you really need to make sure that any information you're providing needs to be digestible, it needs to be very easy to share, and it needs to be compelling at the same time. So if someone says, oh, we'd like more information on this integration, or we'd like more information on a case study in the health tech space, for example, a normal rep will just say, yeah, I can get you that information, and they just send it on. That's not really enough because you've just taken existing content or information, copy and pasted it to them. It's not a very personalized approach. I dig into why they want that. So let me tell you what you need to know about that case study before I send it. And I'm also going to, accompany it with a snippet that you can share with your CFO of why it's relevant for you guys. It's easy to just answer with, yep, I can send it. But if you support it with why you're sending it, why it's relevant to them, it's a much more effective way to approach that kind of request. That when someone asks for a deck, they want it. That's not true. Like people say, oh yeah, just send me a deck. It's a lazy approach. And Sensemaking, there's nothing around Sensemaking sales which says you should just be sending the same deck to every conversation. The whole point of Sensemaking is providing a truly personalized journey that increases confidence and helps them understand the information rather than just dumping content on them. That doesn't help anyone, People finish that demo, they're all excited, they go away, and then they've got their day job. So the thought that what you share in every sales call is going to get everyone as excited and buy, those days are gone.